Well, 3 times a charm for Ronnie Jackson, who has again attempted to call on the president to take a cognitive exam. The former White House doctor turned Texas congressman has written a third letter to Joe Biden requesting him to submit a cognitive test immediately. But this time he has the backing of 53 US lawmakers, all Republicans, who have signed the letter in solidarity. The letter reads, "We believe that regardless of gender, age or political party, the president should follow the example set by former President Trump to document and demonstrate sound mental abilities." The letter notes that while Joe Biden did undergo a physical exam in November, he did not face a cognitive test, or if he did, the results were not made public. White House physician Kevin O'Connor attested to you being fit to successfully execute the duties of the presidency in a very superficial and purely physical manner. However, we are worried about your mental abilities. Before this, Ronnie Jackson had written 2 letters of the same note, the first in June last year and the second in February this year. Those 2 letters have fallen on deaf ears, and there's a high chance this third one will too. Since then, the American people have continued to lose faith in your ability to effectively and competently handle your duties as the President of the United States, the letter reads. It then lists recent polling to back up the US lawmakers' point that Joe Biden must sit a cognitive exam. These include 66% of voters believe that you should take a cognitive test. 56% of voters are not confident that you're physically and mentally fit for your duties as president, representing a 39-point change from October 2020. 64% of voters believe that you have shown signs that you are too old to execute the duties of the President of the United States, including 60% of respondents aged 65 and older. Only 33% of voters approve of the job that you have done as president. The letter also highlights the fact that even left-leaning media like the New York Times has recently increased scrutiny surrounding your cognitive state that has been fueled by your recent public appearances, during which you shuffle your feet when you walk, often slur your words, lose your train of thought, have trouble summoning names, and appear momentarily confused. It then goes on to list numerous examples in the public space where Joe Biden has made gaffes or acted in a way that a strong leader would not. In 2018, pressure from the American public prompted the then White House physician Ronnie Jackson to urge President Trump to undergo a cognitive exam to prove that he was sound of mind. When he passed the test, Mr. Jackson took to the media, where he copped a brutal press conference of question after question from reporters who doubted the results. These 53 lawmakers believe that Joe Biden should have to do the same thing, and that all results should be made public to the American people. The letter concludes, "This is also not a partisan issue. A Democrat representative, Jamie Raskin, previously pointed out, with many politicians and the population at large growing older, it's not hard to think that there will be future situations where the president's physical and mental state may create issues for us." At the time of this quote, Representative Raskin introduced legislation to establish an independent commission that could examine a president's fitness for office and determine whether the president is mentally or physically unable to discharge the powers or duties of office. We agree with these statements. As such, we encourage you to follow the example set by President Trump by undergoing a cognitive test as soon as possible and immediately making the results available for the American people. And of course, Ronnie Jackson has tweeted today, "Joe Biden's mental health is officially a cover-up. His doctor won't answer a single question from the press. Everyone can see that Biden is a cognitive disaster."